That gives me 4 targets to work with. Let's see here, 122, which is a secondary target, is the more recent swing, the small swing. And the biggest swing, 1.27, is roughly just below the 126 levels. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel for another trading day. Today, cryptocurrencies flying, absolutely flying. Stunning weekly candles, but what next? What do we do now? Do we just sit into blindness, into infinity with this stuff, or do we set some targets? So I will be looking at some targets today. What do we do? Where do we lighten up? I never close my whole bag. I never close everything. It's just lighten up with about 10% of my positions. Remember, part of my plan for the year was to start lighten up 10% every month almost from September onwards. So I'm using this bull run now. Not that I'm rushing out of anything, definitely not, but looking great. So let's start with Bitcoin. Bitcoin running through all-time highs, solid weekly candle, which is beautiful, and keep pushing even last night. Now, if I start to draw in Fibonacci's, I start to draw in the Fibonacci from there to there, and I drew in the Fibonacci on this small one here. That gives me 4 targets to work with. Let's see here, 122, which is a secondary target, is the more recent swing, the small swing. Then the biggest swing, 1.27, is roughly just below the 126 levels. Then if I look at the small one, the 1.618 is 135, and then the big one, the 1.618 is $147,000. So that's my 4 targets. I'll be lightening up between the bottom 2, I'll lighten up 10%, and between those 2 up there, I'll lighten up another 10%. So just releasing some cash for retracements back to support levels. Can we expect retracements? Yes, we can. I won't be surprised if we see the sweet spot level here, but I would like to take off some profits that I have cash available and buying a little bit of a bigger position there because I've made some profits. So this is stunning stuff. If you look at the daily charts here on Bitcoin, the dailies doesn't stop. Just Saturday was a little bit of a stalling, Sunday flying, Monday flying, so definitely no stop in it at this stage. But we will meet up with some resistance as we hit these levels. Ethereum, strong candle, battled a little bit with this level here, but did break through. Was very tempted on that level to take some profits, but I didn't have enough from these low areas, so I refrained from doing that. But setting targets on this would be this area here, and that's your $3,100 levels. The next level we can look at for some sort of a target is up that level there, 3,700. And then your next level is back to those highs, 4,100. All right, those are the levels that we will look at. If you want to lighten up, this is a bit early for me. I will rather let them run a little bit further. My entries on Ethereum is not that great. I've been accumulating for many years, but my recent entries wasn't that good. So I would like to see if I can push it up there. But for now, definitely looking strong. If you look at the daily charts here, we cut through every level here, flying like crazy, and the daily charts definitely confirming the bullish trend. Don't be scared to lighten up, guys. You can't hold into infinity. It's not the idea, but it's definitely not the idea to close a large position. We just want to close up a little bit. Solana a little bit disappointing. If I look at the weekly candle, not that good. You can see there we had the break only now, for that matter, because we had this high wave candle, a break. Okay, good candle, but not as impressive as the rest of the markets. Look at the daily charts, see some pressure coming in. There's some support resistance coming in there. So Solana a little bit worrisome, but all right, let's see. When we hit these levels, we should see some resistance coming in and some resistance coming in there. We did add to the trades as it came back down, so not bad levels to take profits on, to lighten up maybe 10% of one's bag. You know, it's not this big position you're going to close. The next 2 levels would be there at 264 and then to those highs at 294. So those are the levels we can use. I won't easily use this one for target. I'll use that one for a target. That's the little flag pattern playing out. And then I'll run the rest up there. So a little bit of a 10% close there. Maybe another 10 there and a 10 there, I will see. Before we continue, thank you for today's sponsor, Inkasu. Do you struggle with customer queries that takes up all your time? Contact Inkasu to help transform your website customer focus with an integrated AI staff member. For more info, check out the link in the description. XRP stunning candle last week. One of the biggest winners this year of the stuff that I hold. And yeah, we can expect now at $3 resistance. I will lighten up 10% of my position there. I've got some stunning entries here. In the history, I did lighten up at those levels, and then I added back into this as I've explained here on the channel. And now slowly but surely we're approaching that $3 levels. Might cut through a little bit. Don't get sucked in too much. Next target there, the 340 levels up to 350. Those are the two levels that I'm watching. I can't unfortunately scroll out, zoom out far enough here to show some FIP levels. But as we approach, I will set up those FIP levels. But for now, definitely $3, $3.40, 50. That's the areas I'm looking to lighten up. If you look at the daily charts, also very nicely. Saturday, a little bit of a hiccup there, and now pushing yet again. But it's Monday. Anything possible on a Monday. Will not be surprised if we see retracements. Sweet spot levels there, 250. That's definitely, it could happen. I'm not saying it will happen, but it could happen. Would love to get some profits there at $3. I think I'm there on, yeah, I think it was $3 or $2.99 or $2.98 or something. I loaded that last week. So we'll see if it hits me. That gives me some buying power if I retrace. If it keeps running, it's not the end of the world. I've only lightened up with 10% of my position. XLM, stunning candle. Look at this candle. Oh, it loves to move like this. And I'm not saying it will keep going. Look what happened last time. We had the candle twice that size, and it started to sell off. So anything possible. I would not say we cannot come back to retest the halfway marks. All right. But for now, setting targets. The first level we can look at, lighten up 10%. Already got hit last night there at the 51 cents. Right, that 51, that thing went up to 51.65. So that was definitely a target level, still a target level. And then the second level I will have here is there at the 63 cents levels. As we approach, I will have more maneuvering space to set some targets beyond those highs. But at this stage, that's the two levels we can look at for some targets. Bitcoin Cash, disappointing, but I was expecting it was the star for a few months now. So there could be definitely people moving out of Bitcoin Cash into something else, because there was good profits to be made. I mean, this went from 270 to more than 500. So it's almost double your money if you bought down here at the support levels. But that's definitely a target level which we've been hitting for weeks now, if you want to. And then that's the area there. Now I will hold on as long as possible, as you know, for this bull run to play out. But we have to lighten up as we approach certain levels. We can expect resistance at those levels. It helps with the emotions. And if it cuts through, you still have a big bag left. Then chain link, strong candle now, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the fourth break, so this looks good. So I'll get interested in adding to my chain link positions as we retrace this there to that sweet spot levels, about $14 something. And yeah, resistance levels will come in. Obviously at that level, it would be a little bit early for me to take some profits, but yet a very nice position, a very nice support resistance level there. But these are the levels to watch. This is the levels I will lighten up if I'm lucky enough that it fly up the page. Dogecoin still battles with that line. It's not a big line. I can actually delete that line. That line is not that impressive. We got some entries down here, and resistance levels on the weekly charts, guys. It's not very difficult setting up targets on weekly charts. You know, they just jump at you. So there's something at 26 cents. And then the next one up there, that's your 43 cents. And then that one up there, that's your 48 cents. That's the levels to watch. That's as simple as that. Weekly charts are stunning for support, resistance levels, and then for some target levels. Uniswap also bouncing off very nicely. Daily charts strong. Sell off on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, breaking. Would not say it can't come back to test the sweet spots. I don't see really a target level here yet. So the first one, well, I mean, I see one, but not close enough. But that's the first one, 11.20. That gives you another $2 move still. That's still a 20% move. So that's the areas I'm looking at there, and that level there. That's now if you see a big bull run, guys. And I'm not saying it will go there. All I'm saying is when it gets there, we'll see some resistance coming in. That's the place where the sellers will lie there, and there. We don't know which one it is, so I lighten up in case they catch me. I never want to be out of it, definitely not. Then Cardano, strong candle. Yo, beautiful candle, stunning candle. Daily charts, same scenarios. All the others, strong run, Saturday and then Sunday and Monday. Monday candle not looking that great, but strong move up there. Targets, if you started to buy in here at these support levels, as I've pointed out on my earlier videos, you can see there's a target, there's your target levels, and there's your target levels. All right, so that's the areas that we definitely look at taking some profits. Maybe 10%, 10%, let the rest run. Then we will use 1.27, we will use 1.618. That'll give us then another 10%. That gives us a 50%. So we'll close our bags out as we move up the page, and as it retraces, we will buy back into the cryptos that you've sold. And then Litecoin, good candle, not the best, but a good candle last week. For the weekly candle, same scenarios. All the rest, Saturday sell-off, and now pushing for Monday. And target levels depends on where you bought in. My levels are not that great. I didn't buy that much. Got a little bit in here. And then some old stuff. There's the levels. That's the levels I will be closing out. You know, if I'm not doing 10%, I'll do 5%. You know, I'll do maybe a 5 and a 5 there, if I'm lucky enough that it goes up there. Polkadot, good candle, not bad at all. And breaking the sideways range, but still way down below. Daily chart, same picture as all the others. But on the weeklies, I got some entries here at these levels. So not that it's all great, but from $3 to about $5.40, that's a good profit. That's a really good profit. But I will also again just lighten up slightly there. There's nothing else up there until there, so I'm gonna use this also to lighten up. So maybe a 5 to 10 there, maybe another 5 there, and then I'll hope and sit for the rest. If you're really desperate finding a level, you can see that's a little bit of a resistance coming in there also. So these are the levels that we can use to set some targets. But guys, trading isn't just about my insights. Please fill up the comments below this video. Support this channel by checking out all the links in the description. Thank you for joining me today on this trading journey. Remember, trading carries risks. Do not forget to trade responsibly and never ever trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Can't wait to see my next video. Until then, trade well.